I have concerns.
So many concerns.
Very many concerns. Although I am
Neri
also...
has concerns too. Neri's concerns are, there are fireballs coming at me.
Oh, right!
From a
That's
ring
where
world.
we left off.
Yes. Getting shot at by a ring that our moon is hiding in, which
Yes,
doesn't
we
sound like it makes
rescued-
any sense at all, but yes.
Well, tonight's
We
episode is
rescued
called
Nelithid
If You Like
from-
It.
Why am I down 4 hit points? Did I get hit by something?
I don't know.
Oh, I had a.
possibly.
The battle, maybe? No.
I had to dodge.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I had to dodge
Right.
the first volley of fireballs, and everybody had to make a dexterity save, I think.
Yes. That makes sense too.
Also, it's come to my attention that not everyone was using my house rule for hit points. Every
Yeah, I
level
don't
you go up,
think we did.
you should have the maximum number of hit points rather than letting
Oh.
D&D Beyond do the average. Jen, I have
That's-
already adjusted your character sheet for you.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna say.
You gain
wow!
20
I
hit
have
points.
never
Wow.
I have never once done that.
Yeah, it
Neither
came to
have
my
I
attention
on
that while
any
it was a rule that I
character.
allowed, I'd never seen anyone do it for the past
I
two
don't think I
campaigns.
would have
think you
understood
told us.
how.
You told us to use the average.
I don't remember telling you to use the average, but whatever.
Well, you told
Whatever.
us to use the fixed one.
Well, at this point, if you haven't adjusted it, adjust it. With that said,
Okay.
should probably introduce the show. Hello, and welcome to Pack Tactics, a 5th edition homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign. My name is Crash. I will be your DM for the evening, and tonight I am joined by a bunch of awesome people who are all self-quarantined, if they're allowed to. Some of them can't, because they're not allowed to.
Right, yeah.
So we will mourn their loss. With me tonight, we have Chris, Ellie, Io, Jen, Cindy. Archbreath, as usual, is hanging out in chat, yelling about social distancing, which is something I've been practicing for years.
I'm not allowed to.
Right.
And yet,
right.
none of us are very good at it.
Oh no, I'm great at it. I can
Social
get to
distancing,
everyone
yeah,
off if I want to.
I almost never leave the house because chronic illnesses. So yeah, I am great at social distancing.
Sorry, it was a joke about Crash practicing it for years.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I'm kind of out of it today.
Introverts unite separately.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay,
Bad
so,
spellers of the world, untie!
and the Procrastinators Club was going to have a meeting this week, but with
Yeah, we'll do it
COVID-19, we're going to reschedule it, but we're going to have to find a time. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
It's not funny. My Sunday D&D sessions have been cancelled for the foreseeable.
Aw.
I will play D&D any night I can play D&D. With that said, but I heard a mention of fireballs. What happened last week?
We rescued an Elithiad.
Oh no.
Why are you going? Oh no, you were
Why
the
am
one that
I-
was most
No, no,
friendly
no, no,
towards
no.
it.
I'm sorry, I'm just realizing that one of my standard jokes plays into the names of 2 of the characters in this campaign. I've just realized this at level 5.
What?
Oh no.
It's the Zax show, starring them. They're Zax. It's the Zax show. Well, we've got lots of good guests. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh yeah, and swap the Zax out for Dax. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Rhymes.
we saved an Elithiad. It saw its elder brain self-destruct. It did not take long for the mind flare to decide, I do not like this gift ship. I will give the kobolds a shot.
Right.
So far it seems to be liking the kobolds better, but
I think the Illithid realize we are the lesser of 2 evils.
Neri
I said better,
Hey,
I
I'm
didn't say like.
chaotic good.
We made it to a new crystal sphere where we saw a ring world that is starting to shoot fireballs at us, indicating it might be the Halo type of ring world.
Yeah.
No, the Larry Niven ring world also has defenses mounted on it.
I apologize for interrupting for like a 3rd time, but I just realized something, and I have to give enormous props to Crash for it taking this long for me to figure out what was going on.
I'm confused.
So am I. What have I done? And how do I repeat it?
I'm going to tell Crash privately, and If it's something that he intended, he can tell everybody else.
That's cool.
In the meantime,
we got fireballs to dodge.
Right.
yes. So
Who was driving?
Did I flat out forget how the last episode ended? I don't remember fireballs.
Yeah,
It was right at the end. And they're not
right at the
technically
end.
fireballs, but they're the size of fireballs.
Hey, Neri, do you think that if I stood on the outside of the ship and pointed my decanter of endless water at the things?
No.
You're gonna drown whoever's on the ring world, maybe?
And I think you may make us go faster towards the fireballs.
No, that's not how inertia works.
By the way, Neri, go ahead and give me another dex save.
Uh-oh.
Dex save.
You are actively trying to avoid damage. So I would say dex save.
I'm making sure I heard you right. 19.
Okay. You narrowly avoid another volley.
All right,
The-
we gotta either... Go ahead.
The gift ship passes you heading towards the ring.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to fall in behind the gift ship.
Okay.
Use them as a shield.
That's exactly what
We're
I'm thinking.
bigger. I mean, it's a good
We have
tactic.
Warforged friends and mushrooms on that ship.
We do.
Notice I didn't
If they
say the
were-
hippos.
If
The hippos are collateral damage.
I don't get to control what they do, I just get, if they want to be ahead of us, they can go right ahead. Jesus.
Collateral damage.
You're
Sorry.
a bit too happy about this.
One of my neighbors.
You're the
has
one
not
that
figured out how to
has
turn off their
designed
car
these
alarm.
hippo people to be this annoying and tedious.
Oh, no, I did not design them this way. This is
I
how
think
they are.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. These people are annoying and tedious.
I mean, you
Okay.
look at the character art for them, and it just exudes that persona.
It does.
I say again, collateral damage.
Okay. So there's another volley as the gift ship approaches the ring, and you are trailing along behind it. The gift ship goes to dodge, and I should probably roll for them. Okay. So they managed to dodge, but I will ask Neri to make another dexterity save, because if they dodge and get out of the way, the
Then it's
fireballs
coming right
don't
at it.
change their direction. Okay.
It's coming right for us.
Everyone give me a constitution
like-
save.
Oh, boy.
This dex save is less dodge the fireballs and more stay in the wake of.
I got an 18 plus 3.
I got a natural 20 on my brand new dice.
Ooh.
I got a total of 18.
All right, fine, I'll make a con save.
Oh, sorry, I got briefly
Oh, wait.
distracted by fiddling with my attunements.
I gave you the wrong number. It's
Infusions, not attunements.
So I have an 18 plus 2.
17 for Neri, 20 for Zax.
It sounds like everyone's getting 15 or higher.
Oh, no,
uh-oh,
now
except
one.
for Zeely. Not Zeely, Chroma.
Nope. Close.
For some reason,
Almost.
Zeely fails to save. Doesn't
Somewhere in
understand
the
why. So you've discovered something. They are definitely not fireballs. They are doing force damage.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Wait! I can cast... No, I don't know why I thought that fixed force damage. That fixes magic missile. These are not magic missiles unless magic missiles now come in extra large.
In fairness, Magic Missile does do force damage. That's probably where you got it from.
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to have magic missiles be that large, but let me adjust my notes.
This isn't magic missile, it's magic missile.
It's magic missile with a 9th level spell slot.
Okay, so here's the thing. Chroma, you are going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as the ship shakes. And
Okay.
that shelf of knickknacks that you had set up over there, they all fall on you.
Oh.
Everyone else got 15 or higher, which means you're going to take half damage, which rounded down is going to be 4. I'm going to argue that because of the nat 20 that Dax got, Dax takes none.
Yay!
Dax
Wait.
matrix dodges.
Did we both get a 20? We did.
You got a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get a direct 20. Okay, gotcha.
Glitter dice to the win.
Where are these
Okay.
shots coming from, and is there somewhere we can hide from them?
They're
That
coming
is
from the ring.
A
and
wonderful
I'm trying
thought. Give
to
me
hide
an
from the
investigation check.
Can I do that too?
Sure.
Good, because my investigation isn't
Oh,
great.
no. I rolled a 5. Investigation's a +1.
They're coming from the direction of the ring.
Right. Player has an idea. Character is oblivious.
We both got a 6.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're coming from that way, the way you're headed.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Someone should man the ballista.
I
I'm
volunteer.
on it. Rock,
Whoever
paper,
wants to
scissors?
Get on it.
Sure, I think I've got some scissors in my bag of
Oh,
holding.
jeez.
Oh no.
Not
Just
what it means.
I go man the ballista.
Hey!
Okay, so this is character development.
right.
Dax, you open the airlock.
I hold my breath.
Whoa.
You are
can't
not in
do that
vacuum.
forever.
You don't even feel a breeze. The only sensation you have that you're moving is that you see the ring world ahead of you getting larger in your field of vision.
Wait a minute. Can I? This
Panic
might
a
be a
little?
bad idea.
Pray to Melora. And
This might be a bad idea. Hang on. I want to check. No.
Is there any other kind?
not a kobold campaign.
Can I ask that Dax be allowed to make an insight check?
The DM will allow
To-
this. To do what?
Because Dax has been outside the atmosphere in the flow.
That was me.
When we were going between the ships.
Oh right. Okay. Yes. I thought you meant when I was hanging out on the bottom of the ship.
There was a space where we weren't in either ship's atmosphere.
Right.
True.
That was a 17.
Okay, so what insight did you want him to acquire?
He's still inside an atmosphere.
She's helping with character progression.
There we go. I'm going to also ask you to make a religion check.
Okay. The cleric who is terrible at religion checks.
Oh no. Oh
It's a
no.
+1. But that's not bad. That was a 14.
Okay. So here's what you get. With a 14, you're not going to be able to write another book to put in your religious tome of choice.
Mhm.
But when you do your standard praying to Melora, which I assume at this point is along the lines of "Please don't let me die out in the vacuum of space."
It has been since we left the atmosphere of Circulus, yes.
Yes. Well, in the flow, it probably had a few additional phrases about dying in horrible explosions or having your brain eaten.
But then I realized, oh, she can't hear me. So
Well, still.
it's a comfort blanket.
Oh.
And you are more aware of Melora's presence now, having done without her presence. You don't know what you've got till it's gone, and now it's back, so you're very much aware of it. You're getting the sense that as you are asking for Melora's aid, it's possible that Melora would like some aid as well here. Something's not right.
Okay.
Yeah. Another volley of these large spheres of force go past you, but they go past you, as in they miss you by a mile, possibly quite literally.
Just put my head back in the ship. I think we're fighting against some stormtroopers. They're not very good. I get back up and go.
They've already hit us a couple of times.
You see a Jawa ship
They
breaking
don't
up.
do lightning damage anyway. Thunder.
No, not Jabba ships. Jawa ships. Only Imperial stormtroopers can be so accurate as to kill a bunch of Jawas. You also see Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Oh my.
Are they on fire?
Well, not yet.
I mean, we can fix that.
We'll fix it in post. None of that actually happens, but those force spheres do go past you, and then they stop altogether. And you are quite close to the outer surface of the ring world at this point.
I am in the ballista.
TIE fighters fly by. No, they don't.
Oh no.
Just remember, if you do manage to get one, don't get cocky.
Okay.
Where's the gift ship?
It is...
Oh, TIE fighters.
Yeah, thank you, Archbeth, for bow tie fighters. I'll have you know bow ties are cool.
Not as cool as
Especially if I
Fezes.
cast Ray of
I can buy a
Frost
Fez.
on them.
Fezes are cooler.
Yeah, but then your wife takes the fez off your head, tosses it into the air, and shoots it with some type of particle gun.
That's what the Kablam Mom's for.
All right. So where's the gift ship?
It is slowing down, but it is very close to you.
All right, I'm trying to figure out how to describe what I'm doing with the red star. I want to aim past the edge of the ring so that
You want to peek up over the edge?
I want to make a parabolic loop so that we can sort of like a double parabolic loop so that we can sort of land inside the ring.
Okay. I think I understand what you want to do. Give me a dexterity save at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay.
At disadvantage. Because you know those guns that were shooting at you? You are very close to them.
We're very close to them. On the other hand, we're very close to them. 14.
Everyone make a constitution save.
I got a 9. And
Nice.
Constitution is +2.
It's
so
a
mine goes okay.
13.
Got a 16.
Okay.
I have an 11, I think.
So
Yeah.
it's the same difficulty level. So 15 or higher, you're going to take half damage. I rolled lower this time. So if you rolled under 15, you're taking 7 points of force damage.
Okay.
But if you got a 15 or higher, you're going to take 3 points of force damage. And the red star does a somersault.
Oh,
Whoa.
Is it because of the force?
Yes.
Okay.
You
That
are
makes
knocked
sense.
backwards and spinning.
What do I need to do to regain control?
I will allow you to reassert control without a roll. But do you want to continue to try to fly around the ring world, or do you want to go back undercover?
Unless anybody's arguing, I want to try to get to the interior of the ring world.
can I do an insight check? Because I have a plan, but I don't think my character knows it.
What do you want
Yeah,
to
we
do?
have not. I don't think. Oh, wait.
Sorry, what?
Since we picked up our new friend, the Mind Flayer, yes, we have.
I'm
Fantastic.
sorry, I'm confused now.
It's in the chat. You
Okay.
I
asked the
want to
question.
know if I got my spell slot back.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
to my knowledge, the only people who've lost their spell slots since you picked up the Mind Flayer, the only person who's done that is Neri, because Neri's currently piloting the ship.
Okay. And then what was your question, Crash?
What are you aiming for with your insight check? What do you
I'm
want to get
hoping
insight on?
I'm hoping to describe sort of a maneuver that might get us where we want to go, but I'm waiting to see if Zax is smart enough to relay that. Yes, no?
I'm not going to require a check for that. Just go ahead and,
Okay.
and say it, because you're not playing Gox. You have higher stats.
Right, but this is new territory, so
And that's
okay.
fine. That's fine, but this is regular
Okay.
character development. This is okay.
All right,
Higher
so
stats than Vanilla Gox.
Vanilla Gox, yeah. It's funny.
True.
Okay,
This is
Chocolate
not
Gox
classic
says-
Gox. This is new Gox.
yeah. Shinier.
Wrath of the Lich King Gox has substantially higher stats.
There you go. Anyway, okay, if we can still see the moon, and I'm saying this to Neri, if we can still
Can
see where
we
the
still
moon
see the
is, if we can, then it's
Give me
going to
a
cast a
perception check.
shadow. Okay, somebody do that. Because if we can't, it's not going to work. Who's rolling? Should I roll a perception check?
You should roll a perception check, yes.
Okay.
I see what you're going for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll allow anyone to roll a perception check.
All right, I got a 13, and perception is +3.
Okay.
I'll tag along with that perception check.
So roll again,
Ooh,
Jen.
9.
Roll again? Okay,
Well,
roll
See if you
again.
get higher than a 13.
Oh, what?
No, I
Why
got
does-
2 second time. I don't know why I'm rolling
Why is
twice,
Zax
but I
getting
did.
advantage?
Sorry.
I don't know.
Because Dax is
Because
helping.
Dax said he was helping.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so
Well,
Can
Dax
we
was
see the
rolling
moon?
on his own, and he got a 9.
Okay, but still, that's
Someone
a,
else can
that's a
assist. I
16
will-
from that's a 16 from Zax on the original roll.
yeah, because I don't remember the numbers, but I'm assuming you're right. So, can we see the moon?
It was a 13 plus 3 on the original roll.
Okay. With a roll that high, I will tell you 2 things. One, you can kind of sort of see the moon casting a shadow a little bit.
Okay.
But the
Okay.
ring world is a bit wider than the moon is.
Okay,
So it's sort
So-
of kind of peeking out, but not really.
but is the shadow casting on part of the ring world?
It's casting on part of the sides, but not enough for it to reach the turrets or you. Which I think I know what you were planning. You were thinking of, well, we'll hide in the shadow of the moon to get through.
Well, I was thinking,
but
like,
with a
go ahead.
You go first.
Okay, I was thinking, like, drop down, like we're going away. Okay. And then kind of like maneuver sort of under where that shadow would be from way below and then go up right into that shadow. That's what I'm thinking.
What I will tell you that you also see with a perception check that's above 15 is there are various, like the bottom, the outer edge of the ring is not a flat surface.
Okay.
Imagine, if you will, all the greebles and stuff that you see on the Death Star. Now imagine that as the outer surface of this ring. And some of those spots look like openings. Many of them look like they're large enough for a ship shaped like a dragonfly to go in.
And that's on the outside edge of this?
It's on the outside edge where the guns aren't shooting at you.
Where the guns aren't shooting at us.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to relay that then, and maybe
they actually, now that you think about it, they stand out pretty much because there's light coming from inside them.
Okay, so that's an option. Maybe try to aim for that, or like go under and try to hide in the shadow.
I'll head for the one of those closest to the position the moon has. Oh, okay. Draw a line from the star in the center through the moon to the ring. I am aiming for the opening closest to the point that line makes on the ring.
My assumption was you were trying to make a beeline for the moon anyway, so you're almost right there already.
Okay.
Yeah, I was figuring if my first plan had been a better option, we could conceivably maybe try to land on the moon at that point.
That would be very convenient.
No, we would have to get past the turrets to do that.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay. So there's this basically very large rectangular hole, and it's large enough for the ship to go in. You take the ship inside?
Sure.
Okay. You go in, and you see you are in some type of hangar. You know it's a hangar because there's a couple ships that are here.
There's a loop at the top, and then there's like a triangle underneath it.
If you don't have inspiration, you have it now. Now, one of the ships does appear to be a Winnebago with wings.
Lone Star.
None of the ships look like they are in usable condition. Although, to be fair, the first time you went into space, you were using a ship that, on its maiden voyage, did not look like it was in usable condition.
Right.
Well, if we have time, it might be a good idea to gather a few helms, if we can.
Okay, I'm going to have to adjust how I'm showing these images because that's not the orientation that it's supposed to be in, but it's close enough for government work.
All right.
So imagine, if you will, that one of those purple ships is actually the Red Star.
Okay.
Do I get to pick which one?
Sure, I don't care.
You're piloting, why not?
I picked the middle one. No.
You picked wrong. You have activated my trap. The other two ships turn into giant mecha. Your last thought before they crush you is, wow, that's really cool.
All right. Let's, do we have any more of those sticky papers?
The only one of those you had was given to you by a guard.
Okay.
You have other sources of paper.
I believe she wanted sticky.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I can manage with regular paper.
It's just not as fun.
So,
Are there any signs of life outside of us?
in the hangar, yeah. That's a good question.
Well, the hangar is dimly illuminated by fixtures that are mounted in the ceiling.
Well, dimly lit's exactly how kobolds like it.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. There are, if you look at that partial circle, that appears to be a booth of some kind. There's a bunch of things in it that are giving off light. You can't really see it from this angle, but if you were standing in it, whatever light sources are in there would be facing you.
It's a kiosk. The Vikings have been here.
Yeah, I'm going to check out that booth thing, because based off of what it looks like, that's either where we're going to find the local authorities or at least our best chance to go, hey, this place is abandoned for reals.
I'm going to come with.
The two rectangles that are on the left-hand side of that appear to be storage containers of some sort. Not storage containers that would be put on ships or whatever. Those are the large blue squares at the bottom. But these look like they're almost like closets, and one of them is partially opened, and you see what appear to be shirts hanging inside them.
I regretfully do not grab a shirt.
Well, why not?
I don't care that it
They're not red.
This
Oh,
is
that's
no
a good
ring.
question.
It's a
I
space
do
station.
have time to grab a shirt before we go over to the kiosk.
Okay.
What's the
Zenosha,
shirt?
as you head towards the kiosk, you become aware that you have stepped outside of the air envelope for the Red Star.
Is there...
Do I still feel an atmosphere? And if I'm not sure about that, I'm rushing back.
You keep a bit of atmosphere with you. You remember Lieutenant Commander Hollins telling you about this. You might not be happy that you remember anything that Lieutenant Commander Hollins has told you, but you do remember him telling you that when you step outside of an air envelope, you do keep some atmosphere with you, enough that you can, walk around for a couple of minutes without immediately asphyxiating.
I am going to make sure I have create air memorized. I'm basically going to be constantly running it through my head right now, which, yes, I do have prepared.
Good.
And cautiously keep heading towards the booth.
Okay. When you get to the booth, you see that there are rectangular panels that have a lot of symbols on them. You don't recognize the lettering. And there are also, the light is coming from rectangular panels that are showing more symbols on them. Some of them you recognize from the buttons, but some of them are different.
And I don't see any people of any kind.
No. This was definitely a location that was meant to be manned by a person. There's also a very large round button that appears to have a symbol on it that looks like a gust of wind, like a cloud being pushed.
I am not touching that. Although the more I think about it, maybe I should, but I'm going to head back to the Red Star first and mention my findings.
Okay, so a cloud in a hangar like this could either be...
Yeah,
Either it's probably going to kick the ships out,
It could be.
Or
It
it's
could be
going to bring
blow
air
everything
in.
away.
Yeah, that was
Right.
basically my thought process.
Or it
is that-
turns on like some kind of air system. But if it's
Right.
not on now, either this place is abandoned and has been for a long time, or whatever lives here doesn't need air.
maybe I could take a look at it and try to figure it out.
Might be a good idea. I'll come with you in case you start running low on air.
I am assuming we no longer need me to shoot things.
Probably not. Yeah. Is there a way to? I want to go outside the ship, but just around the outside, and see if there's a way to clamp it down or attach it to something, just in case the button pushes everything, tries to push everything out.
There doesn't appear to be anything that can hold the ships in place.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the thing that looks like a Winnebago with wings is definitely leaning to one side and has been pushed a few feet from its landing location. You can tell this because of the marks on the floor that show it was not moved in a direction that it was designed to be moved in.
Okay.
I'll stay on the ship and man the con while you go push the button.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna stand still. I'm gonna stand out just outside the ship. So if Chroma pushes that button and it starts to blow her out of the spots we came in, maybe I can grab her.
We have rope.
I do. I'm gonna can I tie part of the rope so I can use a lasso if needed?
I mean, if you want to, sure.
I mean, just might be easier to grab onto part of that than anyway. Yeah, that I'm gonna do that.
Okay, but
Okay,
Chroma, you're looking at the
so-
buttons.
Yeah, I'm going to try to examine the kiosk.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And
Okay.
everyone else is immediately terrified because Chroma is looking at buttons.
Yeah.
So
We're all going to die.
the GIF that I just posted, Jen, is a Winnebago with wings. That is exactly what it
Spaceballs.
looks like.
I'm waiting
21.
for
Ooh.
Crumb pushes a button and the entire ring gets younger somehow.
No, she presses the other button and the entire ring
everything
decays
gets
and falls
older.
apart.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
no.
Well, I'm glad I stayed in the ship.
Okay. So with the 21, 17 plus 4, I will say that your best guess from looking at that button is it's designed to provide an atmosphere. It's designed to pump air in or pump air out, but there's no air currently. So worst case scenario, it does nothing.
Fantastic. I push it.
Okay. Whoever's
And it
standing next to you has a trapdoor open underneath them, and they land in a pit full of alligators.
Run, button!
This is not
Why do
true.
we even have that button?
We're not the ones that designed this console.
Fair. The doors for the giant rectangle that you flew in through,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know there were doors there, but apparently there were, because they slammed shut.
Oh, I figured out the airlock.
And you become aware of a clanking sound and a hissing sound.
Oh, I should check that out. Which direction is it coming from?
Is there now a breeze?
As a matter of fact, there is.
All right.
Although, that seems like it ought to be mechanical, what's the word I'm looking for? Aeration system coming on. In fact, it's another one of those giant robots and a bunch of snakes.
A giant round rock starts rolling down a passageway towards you. Not true. Although, something that I didn't point out as a detail, because you weren't really thinking of investigating it, most likely, but you become very much aware. The doors around this hangar had red lights on them before. The lights have all turned green.
Okay, that makes sense.
Then they turn red.
It's
then
a
they turn
ring
green,
world
then they turn red,
Christmas.
then they turn green. Then Santa
It's a
Claus
ring
comes
world
in.
Christmas.
Have you been a good kobold this year?
Depends on definition of good.
We try, but we screw up a lot.
Yes.
We all know that what Santa would do is he would immediately go to Chroma and ask that question, because Chroma does not do well with keeping falsehoods.
Right. Right.
Chroma, have they been good kobolds this year? Did
Uh-huh.
anyone make fun of a hippo person?
Oh, right. They did do that.
Did anyone start any revolutions?
That
They were
was
being
being
enslaved.
good.
I think they're already, to be fair, I think they're already starting a revolution, so you can't really say we started it. You just kind
The
of...
revolution was being good.
There were sparks of a revolution and then,
We
fireball.
arrived. Yeah.
Look, I know they said they wanted a revolution, but, well,
Well,
Okay, so AU, where it's a Christmas special. Oh my gosh, Space Christmas special. We know what that is.
No. Oh, no.
Oh,
Let's
no.
stop this before the
no.
Wookies do a musical number. That was, I think, one of the best things that Disney did when they purchased the entire franchise was on one hand, they declared a lot of the extended universe stuff to be non-canon, but on the other, that
Yeah.
included the Christmas special, which up until that point had still been canon.
Oh, it still is. It's referenced in the actual movies.
Well, there's a reference, but at the same
I
time,
missed it.
there's references that happen all the time, but they're not really referencing canon things. But never mind. Force of will is preventing me from believing that it's canon. But in all seriousness, you have 8 doors that all have green lights on them.
Ooh.
behind 7 of the doors are goats. Behind one of the doors is a prize.
I was just about to say, Monty Hall, what's behind
Monty
door number
Hall.
1?
Opens a door.
Okay, so if the red light turned green, then the things behind the doors that had red lights are probably,
The red lights were probably just a warning not to open the doors
Yeah.
while the hangar was depressurized.
so the ones that didn't have lights on the... Wait, were there ones that didn't have lights on them? It looks like there were ones that didn't have lights on them from this map, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm doing some artistic liberties because I'm not the one who made the map.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I got confused.
all good.
Scratch all that then.
I used a tool called Dave's Mapper. It is free, and I think that the guy who made it has a Mastodon account.
Cool.
Did we come in through a hole in the ceiling?
No, you came in through a hole in the floor,
Okay.
which is probably why it depressurized, because otherwise gravity would have held the area in.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right,
Alright,
so
let's go
we
into
need
the
to-
door that's right next to the kiosk, because that's the one that's most likely to go somewhere important, I bet.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it would make sense. I mean, somebody must have been assigned here at some point. I guess they would take that door.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I assume someone's coming to get me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm still standing somewhere near the ship. I don't think we're that far away from each other, so I'm going to be like, hey, Neri, we're going to go walk. Want to come with?
Okay. Do we want to take JR with us?
Ask them if they want to come with.
Does JR want to come with us?
JR gives you a thumbs up.
All right. Come on, JR. Let's go exploring.
Okay.
Chroma's being adorable again.
You see a small sphere with a little half sphere on top of it roll away from you. No, not true. So you go through the doorway next to the kiosk, and you see a short hallway. It's about, say, 20 feet, and then it turns to the left.
Why are there so many songs about wing worlds and what's on the inside?
So what's to the left then?
Okay.
To the left.
Well, to find out,
To the
I have
left.
rolled a die to determine
Sorry.
who I was going to ask
I
to make
thought
a
we were
roll.
running a toast.
Okay.
Ellie, could you do me a favor and roll a d8?
Make it good.
Maybe.
Oh, wonderful. I'm in favor of this.
That's never good.
So,
And
first
around the
of all,
corner is the Megazord. And it's angry at
that
us.
is a very large gun of some kind that is sitting at the
Ooh.
end of this hallway. The staircase that you see on the southern end of this widened room, or widened walkway rather, doesn't lead up to a door. It just leads up to a platform. There's another platform on the other side. You do see a little bit of those red pillars, but you can't see a lot of detail because that's a good 10 feet up from you.
You see
but this
that
gun
gun?
is pointing right at you.
You see that gun?
That's impressive.
I want that gun.
Don't touch the gun, Chroma. We don't know what's going on with it.
The gun is bigger than you by a wide margin.
Exactly.
Well, if they were going to shoot us, they probably would have by now. I don't know if anybody's behind it.
The
but
gun has a chair on it.
Is it empty?
I'm
Yes.
Chroma.
going to approach.
Don't. No! I'm going to go chasing after Chroma.
But first, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Good idea.
Is there a
Because I'm
rock or a
bloodied.
pebble I can find without moving too much?
Not so much rocks or pebbles, but there is some detritus in here. Mostly things like small bits of metal, a couple screws, sheared bolts,
All
used
right,
up
I'm going
shell
to try
casings.
to toss it. I'm going to
A
take
lot
a
of
piece.
shell casings.
I'm going to take a piece, toss it into the room away from us, and see if the gun reacts.
The gun does not react.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going to try to catch
Cool, I'm
Chroma
going to
and grapple her
try
before
to
she
approach
touches the gun.
gun.
As you approach
I'm
the
sorry,
gun, you
you're
see
trying to grapple
I'm
me.
trying to grapple you. I'm going to run up.
Okay,
and just try-
I'm gonna try to contest that.
Fair. I figure these two are siblings, so this has happened before, you know?
Okay, but at the same time,
Mhm.
we're dealing with someone whose strength modifier is +7.
Right.
So I'm gonna say that of course.
I mean, I know
didn't
not to
say how I was going to contest
Didn't
this.
say how. I know not to squish her.
Specifically, I contest this by pointing my decanter of endless water at them and turning it on.
Okay, what happens to me?
Okay, so
I mean, you have an obscene strength save, but
True. Well, I could try it.
Dex is wet.
I've got a
Chroma is across the
9
room.
plus 7.
yeah, you make it easily.
did? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out and grab you.
you have been hit by the worst water balloon.
Yeah.
A 30-foot long, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Dax is
I'm still there, so I'm just gonna grab
palming
Chroma and like move her arms so that thing
Go
points
of
somewhere else.
me.
Don't touch the gun. You don't know if you shoot that thing now, it's gonna go straight through that wall, straight through that area where our ship is.
I'm not going to shoot it. I'm going to examine it.
Okay,
Well,
you're not
examine
going to
with
shoot
your
it.
eyes, not your fingers, okay?
You're not going to shoot it intentionally, but you're going to be intrigued and press a button, and then we're all going to die.
Excuse me, I'm actually good at this, Dax.
You're good at it, but you're also extremely impulsive.
Is she still? Am I still grappling her? How's this working?
Yes.
And
Okay.
you know what?
So I've got you like.
I'm right.
Okay, so
No,
you're smaller than me,
know.
so I'm gonna.
I
I've
know
got you like
when
against
not
my
to
chest,
push
like
the
like you hold a
buttons.
baby, like a toddler. Like,
I know when
Trying to pin your
not
arms.
to push a button.
I'm gonna move Chroma
I
in
can
range of the
examine
gun,
the
or
gun.
she can't reach it and say, "Look from here."
Put me down.
You hear the sound of the gun powering up.
Uh
Oh dear.
Oh God!
Scatter, scatter, scatter,
Oh no!
scatter.
Oh no! Oh
I'm
no!
gonna hide. I'm gonna hide behind the
I'm
wall.
gonna move
hiding,
behind the
I'm
gun with Chroma because I don't know.
Okay. So you go past JR, who happens to be sitting in the chair.
Oh no!
JR pressed a button.
I should have grappled him.
JR
Sorry,
waves at
Chroma.
Yeah. Apology accepted. JR.
Next time you grab Karoma, I'll grab JR.
Gotcha.
JR.
Good plan.
What are you doing?
JR looks at you,
Can I
realizes
see
that JR does not have any voice. So JR demonstrates what JR is doing and goes over and presses a button.
No! Oh no!
The gun goes click, 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 click.
Oh, it's out of ammo.
Thank goodness it's out of ammo. They are. You can't
Press
just
the
go and
fire
shoot
button.
random guns. I mean, you don't know what they're doing.
They press
Anyway,
the fire
Could have been
button
loaded.
examine it now.
because we know that there is
Okay.
no ammunition. Have at it.
Have some faith in me.
Yeah, we do. We know you well.
That's kind of the
Known you
problem.
forever.
That's the problem.
Okay.
I didn't
So
say know me well. I said have some faith.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. We know you
Right.
will.
Right.
so Chroma.
Chroma sticks her tongue out.
And we're all siblings, and this sure feels like it,
Well, 3 of you are siblings. 2 of
That's
you.
I
feel like
specifically meant
babysitters.
us 3. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. So, what am I doing?
Yeah, you're giving me an investigation check because you want to investigate it.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Well, it does appear to be a large firearm of some kind. It has a spot where a belt of ammunition is supposed to go in on one side, and a spot where all the shells come out on the other, as referenced by all of the shells that are all over the floor. And it does have some power, but not enough to go through walls, as evidenced by the wall on the west side of the map that I have shared with you, being pockmarked, but not blown through.
Neat.
There is also a handle that appears to be able to move left, right, forward, and backward, that if you move this handle, it aims the gun.
Okay.
If you push it all the way to the right, you go in a full 360. Actually, well, you would. You would go in a full 360, but this particular hallway is not wide enough for the gun to go all the way around, so really what you do is you smack into the wall.
Okay, let's see. I think I'm getting a handle on this thing. Okay,
And on the
I'm
side
just...
of it, it says Gazebo Industries 5000.
Okay, I'm going to note that down, and I'm going to take a few notes about its general design, and then I'm going to hop out of the chair.
Okay, so you hop out of JR's lap because JR did not get out of the chair the entire time.
Somehow I don't think him leaving the chair would have, or not leaving the chair would be something that would deter Chroma from actually
Yeah,
Oh.
that wouldn't deter me.
Mhm, no, she's smaller than him too. So she can fit.
And JR, as a skeleton, means that Chroma had like a small compartment that she could fit into that provided extra protection. You
Chroma
wore
did
their
not
ribcage
climb
as a
into
hat.
their... But yeah, okay, hat. Did not climb into it, but yeah, it was kind of a hat.
JR seems to be enjoying themselves by making the gun point in the various directions it can point in without smacking into walls.
Well, they can't hurt anything with it. There's no ammo.
JR seems to like piloting things.
And
And-
chairs.
And whatever music
Good
my neighbors are
point,
listening
good
to, they
point,
just
yeah.
turn their volume up all the way.
Oh,
Oh no.
I'm not hearing it.
Well, I am watching the stream move from my microphone to the beat of whatever they're listening to. It's got to be loud because even through a wall, I can hear the distortion that one gets from turning the volume up higher than the speakers can handle.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah. I need to move my desk so I'm further away from that wall. But never mind about that. Fun fact, you hear a thud.
I look
Does
to see
it come from the
Cromwell.
gun?
Ooh.
It does not come from the gun.
What direction does it come from?
It comes from the direction the gun was facing in. A large creature has jumped down from the walkway that has the 3 red things.
I wave.
Oh,
Hello.
okay.
1 second. Okay.
Since you haven't
Everyone
mentioned him, I'm
give
also going
me
to...
a charisma saving throw.
Who?
Everyone.
Everyone. Oh boy. Okay.
Is the mind flare staying on the ship?
That hit
Oh,
something.
yes.
I'm
Okay.
going to spend my inspiration.
I'm gonna do the same because
JR
I got a
does not
5.
make JR's save.
All right.
Dirty 20.
I'm spending my inspiration to try again.
Me too, because I got a 6 on my first attempt.
Yeah, I got a 5 on my first attempt, but I got a 19 now. But my charisma is -1, so I have an 18.
Managed to go from a 6 to an 8, so
Oh.
I'm failing.
Okay, the target number for this is 15. So it's a charisma saving throw of 15. So Chroma makes it, and it doesn't look like anyone else does.
I got an 18.
Zach's made
Oh,
it.
Zach. Yeah, because you roll with actual dice, so I didn't see it there.
Right. Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So, but that is what you see.
Oh no.
Looks like a giant bug thing.
Wow.
And yes, you're absolutely right, Ellie. I was leading to that, but thank you. So here's what happens for those of you who fail the save. On a failed saving throw, the creature, that would be those of you who failed the save, can't take reactions until the start of your next turn, and you have to roll a d8 to determine what you're going to do during your turn.
Oh no, confusion.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Confusion that hit most of the party.
Yes.
This is going to be a fun combat session.
Yes, but we have been playing for about an hour, so what do you say we take a short break?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, gonna press buttons. We're back from outer
We
space.
are?
No, we're still in outer space.
We're back in outer space.
It could
Technically,
be
you're in a
that,
space
yeah.
station, but it's a ring world, so you're still on a planet, kind of, sort of.
Okay, so
Um,
we're in inner space.
No, that's if you get shrunk down and put inside someone's body, then you could fly around.
So
No, I
next
would prefer
campaign.
not to do that.
So, you know how a lot of times when you're playing a computer game, it will put you in a situation early on to make you aware of a game mechanic so that later
Right.
on you know about the game mechanic?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, play along with me. Because that whole stun thing, that whole confused thing, you definitely feel that, but you're really only supposed to do that at the start of your turn. And I had you all do that. Now, those of you who got confused from looking at this thing's face, you are aware that it was confusing when you looked at its face, specifically its eyes. So you have the sense that if you just don't look it in the eye, plural, because it's got a bunch of them, and really big mandibles for some reason, there's a chance that you'd be able to avoid having to resist confusion.
Okay. Good to know.
What about those of us who didn't get confused?
I would say that you still felt like it was a little weird,
Okay.
so you don't want to look it in the eye. Actually, what am I talking about? Chroma would probably look it in the eye deliberately. Like, you're strange. So, with that said, Dax, it is your turn. Do you choose to avoid looking at the Umber Hulk?
Yeah. So if I don't avoid it, I need to roll that charisma check again.
Yes. It's a give and take. If you look at it, you're going to have to roll, but if you're not confused, you'll be able to attack it normally. If you don't look, then you're not looking at the big thing that wants to destroy you, which means you're going to have a hard time hitting it with any attack where you're the one rolling to hit.
Okay. I'm going to do Toll the Dead. That's my action.
Okay, but you need to answer my question.
I don't know yet. I'm going to Toll the Dead first.
Okay.
I don't need to look at it.
Well,
for that.
you have to decide at the start of your turn
Oh.
because you make the save at the start of your turn. If you're doing Toll the Dead, your turn has started.
Oh, so it's a mechanics thing. Okay.
Yeah. This is the untap phase. You're thinking of the draw after the draw phase. We haven't even gotten to up.
Also, to do Toll the Dead, you have to see it.
Oh, you can see within range. That's valid. Oh, fine. I'll look at it.
Okay. Charisma saving throw.
17.
Okay, you are not confused. You see a big ugly bug.
Toll the Dead.
What do I have to roll?
Wisdom 14.
That's an 8, but it was not injured.
Okay. Necrotic damage does nothing. Oh, wait. It was not injured, so that means I roll 8s instead of 12.
Yes, that's why I specified.
Ooh, okay. 13 necrotic damage.
How'd you do 13?
6 and a 7.
Oh, you rolled 2 die at your level.
Yep,
Yeah.
we got
All right.
that this level.
Fancy. Okay, so that's Dax. Chroma, you're up.
No, that was my action.
Oh, bonus action's coming.
Spiritual weapon is a bonus action. Yeah. That's what it looks like. It's very fancy. I want to smack it in the head.
Okay.
It's not going to hit.
Probably not. I'm looking at its AC.
It's a 4 plus 6, so no.
Its armor class is a little bit higher than that.
I figured. I really did.
Okay. Chroma,
Mm-hmm.
do you choose to look at the Umber Hulk?
I thought I made my first save.
Well, yes, but this is at the start of your turn. Every time your turn starts, you've got to choose if you're averting your case.
Okay, I'm kind of confused as to why you had this roll to begin with, then.
Because this was making the characters aware that looking at it in the face makes it confusing, because none of your characters had encountered an Umber Hulk before.
Okay.
Oh.
This was the DM trying to go easy on you.
Is it within 5 feet of anything?
Not yet. It is 1 movement away, and it's probably going to charge at you. Or one of you. Or more than one of you.
Not equipment. Why am I looking at equipment? That's not equipment. Feature. I regret using my inspiration. I am going to create my Eldritch Cannon.
Okie doke.
And I pick the Force Ballista. A little spider-legged robot is going to pop up basically 5 feet in front of me.
Okay. And you're choosing not to look at the Umber Hulk, correct?
Correct. That was my action, and I have no need to look at it this turn. I use my bonus action to tell the Force Ballista to fire.
Well, hello. I'm the Force Ballista. I'm very happy to be here. What would you like me to do for you today?
Well, I am going to make a ranged spell attack. So, let's see, that's +7. Yeah, okay. That is a dirty 20.
All right. Well, you have requested that I provide some additional friendly force towards that friend-shaped object over there. Will do. Ping! Okay, that's a hit.
This reminds me of the bomb from Dark Star.
I'm actually thinking of the very happy computer from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Ah.
Oh, that's not...
I'm a 30-second bomb. 29, 28, 27, 25. Just kidding. 26,
Okay,
25.
It's going to take 6 points of force damage and be pushed 5 feet away from the cannon.
Okay, that has happened. That is a thing.
Fantastic.
Next up is a creature that is only in this because they're part of the encounter builder, but they're not in this scene. Because when I asked Ellie to roll die, she didn't roll for this thing, which is probably for the best based on what's happening. Zax, do you choose to look at the Umber Hulk?
Okay, is looking at any part of it the problem, or just its eyes?
Okay, so I'm going to read this. When a creature starts its turn within 30 feet of the Umber Hulk and is able to see the Umber Hulk's eyes, the Umber Hulk can magically force it to make a DC 15 Charisma saving throw unless the Umber Hulk is incapacitated. And then scrolling down. Unless surprised, a creature can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throw at the start of its turn. If the creature does so, it can't see the Umber Hulk until the start of its next turn, when it can avert its eyes again. If the creature looks at the Umber Hulk in the meantime, it must immediately make the save.
So it's the
while
whole
specifically
creature.
saying the eyes, in regards to making the rolls, is just looking at the Umber Hulk.
Okay. All right. Well, I will rage, of course. And then, what can I do?
But are you looking at the Umber Hulk? Because you got to make that choice at the start of your turn.
Oh,
That's
okay.
before you
No,
rage.
I'm not looking at the Umber Hulk.
Okay.
I will rage. How far away is it?
Well, it was 25 feet, but now it's 30.
So I'd have to use all my movement to get to it?
Correct.
Okay.
Or hold your action and let it come to you.
It'll probably come to me eventually. All right. Can I close my eyes and throw a javelin in its general direction?
You would roll at disadvantage.
That's fine. I mean, let's try that. Okay, that's an 11. And that's a 4. So I missed. I figure.
Well, that's a dexterity thing, so yeah, you only have +3 for dexterity.
Yeah, okay, so I've missed. But I don't... Well, I'm going to assume I hear it hit the ground somewhere, so I know I've missed.
You do hear it clatter.
Yeah, okay, so that's not going to work. What else can I do? 30 feet away.
You've used your bonus action, you've used your action.
Yeah,
now you've
I
just
think
got your
I'm
movement
done.
left.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay. Next up is Zenosha. Do you choose to look at the Umber Hulk?
I do not, because I have a horrible charisma save.
Okay.
How confident am I in my ability to draw a straight line to it without hitting my allies, without looking at it?
I'm going to argue that you're maybe 75% confident. You chose not to stand in front of the gun when everyone was arguing about it for reasons of self-preservation, but so did everyone else, so you're kind of clustered in a group.
All right, and how much of that 25% unsure is I might hit my allies, and how much of it is I might miss it?
Well, I'm specifically talking about you might hit your allies. You heard Zax raging. There's a pretty good chance that Zax is in front of you.
Okay.
But you haven't heard Neri.
All right, I think my best bet in that case is to activate Symbiotic Entity, which is... It's an extension of my Circle of Spores wild shape. I get a lot of...
Zenosha becomes Venom.
Kind of, yeah. I gain a lot of temporary hit points, and now it's just going to be taking some extra poison damage if I ever manage to connect with it. That does take up my action, though, but I am going to run up to it to try to get within melee range.
Okay. What's your movement?
30 feet,
Okay, so yeah, you can run right up to it if you want.
and I think that takes care of my turn.
Okie doke. Next up is Neri.
Okay. Hang on.
Do you choose to look at the Umber Hulk?
Well, here's my question. As far as I know, I started the turn here.
You did not go near the gun at all?
I did not go near the gun at all. I barely entered the room.
Okay. I'll accept that. So you're behind the Umber Hulk.
In fact, I made a point of not going near the gun.
You made a point of not going near the gun, just standing where it might hit you.
I was standing where I could easily duck behind a wall if it started firing.
I know, I'm just making fun. So, what would you like to do?
Can I see the Umber Hulk's eyes from where I am?
Let me check something.
Does it have eyes in the back of its head?
That's what I'm looking
Does it
for.
deal with little baby Umber Hulks very often? Because if so, it does.
Does Chroma have inspiration? Oh, you spent
No,
yours.
I
You got
don't.
it back.
I used
You
it.
got it back.
Fantastic.
It doesn't say anything about that, and looking at the art for it, I would argue that even if it does have eyes on the back of its head, its traditional hunched-over posture means that it would have to look through its body to see you. So, yeah, unless it turns around to stare at you real quick, you're okay.
Okay. For my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the Umber Hulk. With my first attack, I'm going to send my my little friend over to give it a kiss.
Yeah, it does so.
And for my second, I'm going to attack with my short bow
Okay.
for a 25.
25 will hit.
I'm double checking things here. For 19 damage.
Duly noted.
And then I'm going to use my movement to duck back behind the wall.
Okay.
My little friend, meanwhile, is still giving it a kiss.
Oh.
A very hungry kiss.
Yep, and as has been established, it means the Umber Hulk is not going to be able to take advantage of healing magic. For, all the allies that are waiting to give it healing spells.
Right.
Okay. Well, it is the Umber Hulk's turn, and as luck would have it, someone has run up to say hello.
Uh-oh.
That someone is a druid. It gets 3 attacks. 2 claw attacks and 1 mandible attack. That first attack is a 22.
That'll hit.
Second attack is a 19.
That'll miss.
Third attack is almost 30.
So the first and third one hit.
Yes. You are going to take 9 slashing damage from a claw attack and 14 points of damage from mandibles.
All right, that ate through my temporary hit points, but only a little bit.
And that is the Umber Hulk's turn. Next up is JR. JR is confused.
No.
Oh.
I kind of think they didn't need to have the spell cast on them to be confused in this particular situation. I mean, imagine if this is your first battle,
Oh no, is it? I didn't.
I mean, they kind of got stuck with all
yeah.
the in the other battle, right? So this is JR's first combat.
Okay. JR uses the lever that controls the gun and just turns it too far to the left. The gun goes over top of the heads of the kobolds. You don't need to worry about ducking, but it is scraping along the wall, and the barrel of the gun is bending in a way where you're glad it's out of ammo, because
boom,
bad things would happen if someone pressed a button. And that is JR's turn. Next up is Matt's character that he made and added to Pack Tactics because he wanted to try stuff out. But that character is still apparently in Coomridge, so whatever. Dax, it's your turn.
That was weird. Alright, okay. One more down.
Do you choose to look at the Umber?
Yeah, look at the thing.
It's like a train wreck. You want to look away, but you really just can't.
That's like an 11.
That's an 11? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a d8 for me.
8.
Okay. On a 7 or 8, the creature makes 1 melee attack against a random creature, or it does nothing if there is no creature within range. So, it's not going to be Zenosha. She ran forward. It's not going to be Nuri. She's hiding behind a wall. It's also not going to be JR because she climbed up on a gun.
Okay.
However, you've got Chroma and Zax right there.
Okay, I'll roll a d4. If it's a 1 or a 2, it'll be Chroma. 3 or 4, it'll be Zax. It's a 2.
Okay.
Huh? Am I being attacked by...
By a confused cleric.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
So is it a melee attack? Is it a spell attack? What is it? Just a melee attack. Okay. So I swing my mace. No, I swing my staff. Because that's always the one I use.
Yeah, you usually have your staff in your hand.
It misses.
What did you roll?
7.
Wow, okay, yeah.
I am not a melee attacker.
Okay, and that is unfortunately your turn. Chroma, you tried to dodge a staff, then realized you didn't need to duck. Do you start your turn by looking at the Umber Hulk?
If I don't, what will that do to my ability to attack it? Just disadvantage or can't at all?
It actually should be disadvantage, and I should have had you roll disadvantage the last time, but whatever.
No, you shouldn't have. My turret doesn't have eyes.
Yeah, but you're the one who points in the direction to say hit that thing. It's your roll. It's your modifier.
Oh.
But I'm not going back in time to change that roll. But this time, if you choose to have your turret attack, if you have not looked at the Umber Hulk, you are going to have to roll disadvantage.
Okay. I don't look at the Umber Hulk. I have an ally within 5 feet of it, right?
Yes, you do, in fact. So that does cancel out the disadvantage. Technically
for
speaking,
me, but not for my turret.
Well,
actually, wait. If you're
it's
having
your roll.
my turret use
it's
my
your roll.
thing, then okay, my turret does get pack tactics then.
Yes, because Yeah, because you get all the modifiers. So, now technically speaking, depending on how you feel about the parasite, you have 2 allies there.
I am not going to look at the Umber Hulk. I am going to tell my turret to attack it, so I will roll that spell attack first.
I could have been really mean and had Dax roll at advantage.
That is a 12. I assume that is not going to hit.
A 12 is not going to hit, no.
Okay. I am going to do my thing now, then.
Gee, I'm really sorry. I tried to send another force thing over to the friend over there, but it just didn't hit. Better luck next time.
It's okay, you did your best. Anyway,
that thing is way too cheery. Way too cheery.
I'll fix it.
Chroma
made it.
Yeah, I know.
Chroma sort of flourishes her gun, which looks a bit different than it did last time she went into combat.
She's accessorized.
Yep.
It's bedazzled.
And is going to point it in the direction she thinks the Umber Hulk is, and cast Scorching Ray through it.
Whoa.
What does that do?
I am going to, basically 3 rays of fire. There's only the Umber Hulk for targets, so all of them are going to be aimed at it, and I need to make a spell attack for each one.
I will say that while it normally doesn't have this effect, because you are using your gun as your arcane focus, it does make the Star Wars blaster sound.
Nice.
Fantastic. Let's see. I believe Yep.
Okay, that's a 22. That's a hit. That's a 23. That's a hit.
And that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
Wow.
So listen carefully. I want you to roll all the dice that you have. No.
Okay, so I think that only makes that particular ray crit.
Sure. Yeah.
So
I would
that
never say that to me.
I have several pounds worth of dice, but they're all at school.
Okay, so that will be 8d6 plus a d8 because I'm casting it through my somewhat not quite rules as written arcane firearm.
Roll 1,998 d6.
To which Sidekick says, Wingardium Leviosa. Miri has managed to levitate some dice.
That's a lot of d6s.
Okay. Oh.
Appropriate GIF is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
For 25 points of fire damage.
Umber Hulk, not a fan.
Shoo! Shoo! Shoo!
It's bloodied, but the good news is, because it's fire damage, it's cauterized.
So now it smells like bacon.
Well, it's an insect, so...
I don't know.
I mean, it does smell like some grub that a kobold clan has cooked up for you at some point, but the grub was actual grubs.
Yeah. Right,
I was going to say, when you say some grub, you mean literally
like
some
bugs,
grub.
yeah.
Yes, this is a Timon and Pumbaa situation.
Okay.
With that said,
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Okay, is my brother still trying to beat up my sister? Or is that done?
Well, he got one attack, so you're going to have to wait for his next turn to find out.
Okay.
It's okay, just let him try.
Regardless, it's Spiky's fault.
Yeah, I know. I'm just... Okay.
Do you choose to look at Spiky?
Not yet. I have a plan. I don't know if it's a good one, but I have a plan.
As has been determined, because you have an ally within 5 feet of the Umber Hulk, you can choose just to not look, but then you're not going to get advantage, but you're not going to get disadvantage. They cancel each other out.
Which I forgot about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if I can't see the Umber Hulk, then I don't get affected by whatever that is.
If you close your eyes and swing wildly, you will, oddly enough, still not hit your friends.
I assume that means that the two of us are basically yelling about where the Umber Hulk is relative to us.
Well, I mean, I haven't looked at it yet, but
it could lead to a Blinken in Men in Tights scene.
It's like makeshift sonar.
Oh gosh. Okay, so what I want to do is make like a makeshift blindfold, rip the sleeve off of my shirt and tie it around my eyes so I can't see.
I will tell you that would be a full action because that's lot
fine.
Of things that you're doing.
That's fine. I'm preparing
you could just,
for the next
pull
one.
Your shirt up over your face.
Or close your eyes.
Yeah, but I'll forget that. And if you move wrong, the shirt could fall,
Also true.
So I'm going with this one because I think it's going to be more permanent.
Okay.
I can control that. So I'm going to do that. And then, I don't know. Let's see. Do I have anything I can do?
You can move.
I can move. Okay. So I can probably smell this thing. So I'm going to move towards it. And
it's also growling in pain because it just got hit by 3 scorching rays.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use that as my guide to where the monster is, and I'm going to move to it. And that's probably the end of my turn.
Yeah, unless you've got a bonus action, but yes.
I don't think I do.
No, your main bonus action that you get to do, I think, at your level is raging, and you're already angry.
And I already did that. So yeah, all right, I'm good. I'm ready to beat up this thing next turn.
Okay, provided it lives that long.
Yes,
because that scorching ray did a lot.
It's impressive.
All right,
you feel a little less like Venom and more like Eddie at this point.
Okay, but do I get pack tactics now? If I make an attack?
Well, it depended on how you felt about that parasite that has befriended Neri, but you could have theoretically gotten pack tactics before. But yes.
All right, so I'm going to start off by taking a swing with my stick.
That's some stick.
That's 20.
A nat 20.
Whoa.
Okay, so on top of my regular melee damage, I was going to stack my lightning and my necrotic parasitic damage. Which one of those do I get a double?
Anything you roll a dice for, you double.
If you roll,
there goes Ellie. If you roll a dice, you double.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like with rogues get to double their sneak attack damage if they crit. So for this,
I should have doubled that D8.
All the die that you roll, double that number.
Oh, this is gonna hurt him.
Good.
Be the hero we need you to be.
There, I rolled the D8 I forgot to double.
What was the extra D8 for?
I forgot to double the D8 when I critted.
No, I mean, what was the extra D8 for originally?
My arcane firearm. I can add it to one...
So, between the bludgeoning, the lightning, and my parasitic spores, 31 damage.
So how do you want to do this?
Wow.
Yes!
I don't know. I'm hitting it with 3 different kinds of damage right now.
Make it all blend. Make it all blend, baby.
It sprouts electrified mushrooms and collapses, I guess.
Wow. Cool.
There's still little arcs of electricity going from various bits of the carapace, but the stuff underneath the carapace has sprouted a collection of mushrooms of various types.
Nice.
And my little friend is no longer hungry.
Gross.
It flies back to Neri and rubs up against Neri's face and purrs.
Oh.
All right, I'm assuming I heard the giant thing hit the floor, so...
yes, you heard the body hit the floor.
The body hit the floor, so I figure I don't need the blindfold now, right? So I'm going to take it off and put it in my bag or something.
Okay. So you have one dead Umber Hulk in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I think the lesson here is don't sit in guns.
Huh?
I don't like that lesson.
I am willing to endorse this lesson.
JR hangs their head.
People sat in guns,
slowly gets
and then
out of
there
the
was
gun.
an Umber Hulk.
Don't listen to them. I think we should get to sitting guns.
I think the Umber Hulk was there anyway, regardless of if anyone sat in the gun, but...
Ooh, here's another lesson. I like Scorching Ray.
Yes, we know who your mother is.
Yeah, that's probably why it was really effective. I mean, yep.
Chroma used Scorching Ray. It's super effective.
Mm-hmm. All right, so if we run into another one of those things, we know what to do.
JR was confused. They hurt the gun in confusion.
Aw.
So we've got 3 exits to this room, and we don't know where they go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know where one of them goes because it goes back around and links up with one of the other doors that you did not go through
in the
hangar.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to say, it's the door we came in through, and that's why I wasn't counting it.
So first thing I think we should check is what's up the stairs.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
Yep.
You want me to lead? I'll lead if you want.
If you please.
All right.
I'll come up right behind them.
Okay. This appears to be an observation platform of some kind. There's spots that look like there may have been like tables and chairs set up here, but all that's left is like a few broken chair legs.
Weird.
There is a layer of dust over everything.
Definitely weird.
Just looks like the place has been abandoned and...
There are footprints.
How old?
Are they Umber Hulk footprints?
That would require a survival check of some kind.
I defer to Neri on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to make that survival check.
All right.
Bold of you to say that you'd make the check.
I rolled a 10 on my check.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. So many of the footprints do in fact look like they would belong to an Umber Hulk, but based on the feet that you can see currently growing mushrooms, there are some other footprints that have claws. You almost want to say like Dragonborn, but Dragonborn tend to wear boots. They're too large to be kobold prints. And you also see marks that they're not footprints. Imagine, if you will, that someone was going around with a walking stick, the marks that a walking stick would make. But there's a lot of them.
Wonder where they went.
Okay.
This kind of looks like a pub fight. You got broken chairs and people moving around.
Well, yeah,
No
but
longer
it's
here.
also kind of hard to tell that once I point to the Umber Hulk, since I don't technically know what it's called. Once something like that's taken up residence for a while.
Worst beetle.
Oh, maybe the Umber Hulk cast whatever that confusion thing is that they tried to do on this group and they fought each other.
Could
be.
I move we go through the passage that's to the left of the gun.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Out of character, that's the top right passage.
Okay. You want me to lead again or somebody else want to? I mean, I'll take turns.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind.
It's also getting really late for Chris, so we should probably be wrapping up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're wrapping up soon.
Getting really late for me too.
Okay, you take that passageway and you find a large square room.
Everybody dies.
It's filled with rocks that are falling. No. You encounter a gazebo. It has not spotted you.
Oh my.
So this large square room. This large square room has maybe 1.5 feet of water with walkways going above it. The walkways on this map that are gray are closer to the water surface, including the one that you're on right now. The ones that are white are higher up. The squished hexagon shape in the middle, you can see something up there. It's not a solid wall. It's like a railing that goes around to keep someone from falling off, and it's got a glass wall for the railing.
And we're entering at the top left?
At the top left, yes. And I'm going to roll another die.
How far off the ground are the white platforms?
The white platforms are about 10 feet up from your platform. Your platform is about 5 feet up from the water.
Hey, Zax, give me a boost.
All right, where do you want me to throw you?
Chroma, do me a favor and roll a d8.
Okay. 6.
To the platform above us.
All right, ready?
That first crossing on the upper
First
left.
crossing right above us here. Okay, yeah. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Give me a strength athletics check.
Okay. That's a 12, and strength is
plus 7. So that's a lot.
And athletics is plus 10.
Yes, and Neri,
oh God, I
could
could have hurt her.
Dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh no.
That's a 23.
Okay.
Ooh, good.
So here's the thing: if you had rolled low, because you have 2 magical items that boost your strength, I wouldn't have said you don't throw Neri far enough. I would have said you throw Neri too far.
Too far.
Right. Yeah.
You throw Neri right over top of the whole platform.
Oops.
She lands on the other side of it. No. Team Neri's blasting off again. No, that doesn't happen because you rolled high enough, and Neri did excellent. You do a superhero landing in the middle of that top walkway.
Perfect.
It's really hard on the knees.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the thing in the chat there.
I can only see the top part of that GIF, but I can see enough to know what it is. I can only see the top part because I have a cat in front of me.
Okay.
Yes. He's like, you brought
Shay
out the
hoping
magical
to
gems.
defeat more dice?
He's interested in that, but he just walked away because I put the book that I record all damage in on top of them again, so he couldn't see them. Oh well. So I had Chroma roll a d8 on my random encounter table. The last time that was rolled, we got Wandering Umberhulk. This time, we've got something else.
Cool.
3 Wandering Umberhulks.
Everything shakes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, there is a rumbling.
I don't like this random encounter.
You can hear a tearing noise coming from above you.
I look
and,
up.
and bits of the ceiling.
Oh no.
You don't see the ceiling getting torn away, but you hear something higher up, much higher up, getting torn.
Coming through the ceiling.
Maybe, but you don't see it coming through the ceiling. What you do see is bits of the ceiling coming down, including some of the light fixtures. There's wires and stuff that are hanging down now that are sparking. None of it close to you, but things are giving way. So everyone give me a dexterity save.
Oh boy. I got a 19 dexterity.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
14.
That's another nat 1. I'm going to use my inspiration. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
And I got an 18.
Oh no, that's a 7.
Better than a nat 1.
Okay.
Better than a nat 1.
Chroma seems to be building up a record for number of failed saves for this session. But so when I rolled the d4 to see how much damage you were taking, I bumped my light up d20, and that was a crit.
No.
But I wasn't rolling a d20 for damage, so that was incidental. The d4, however, rolled a 1.
I'm glad you weren't... Oh, okay, 1 point of damage?
You're taking 1 point of damage, you stub your toe.
You made him use up a crit on his light up d20.
Excellent.
Now, some of the things that fall down are the wires that are holding up the walkway that Neri has just been yeeted to. But apparently not enough of them to make the walkway fall.
Hey, Neri, you want to stay up there or you want to jump back down? I'll try to catch you.
I'm going to stay up here, but we're about to have a bad time.
Yeah, we are.
And on that note, that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, for playing. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Tonight I was joined by a bunch of awesome people.
Crash, for running.
I don't run very well. I was once told that I run like a wounded gazelle.
Oh, my.
Yes, that was a very hurtful comment from my father, but also very accurate. Moving forward, let's do a few quick plugs. Chris has a podcast, AzerothCTC.com. It's recorded bi-weekly or fortnightly, if you want to be fancy. And it has historically been about World of Warcraft, but they're branching out a little bit. Ellie runs a social network, elek.xyz. That's ELEKK.xyz.
Geez, I do? I got to get on that.
That joke is not getting old for me. Not at all. And I say that with all sincerity. Many of us have accounts there. You can find that information on the cast page, which is linked in the show notes. Eo's mom writes books. You can get those at elizabeth-mccoy.com. Jen has a blog and podcast. You can get that stuff at bookofjen.net. And we have a Patreon, patreon.com/cogwheelgaming. Help us keep the lights on, along with other illustrious patrons, including Chris, Cindy, Ellie, and Eric. And until next time, this is Crash saying, would you like to look at the Umberhulk?
And I think our decision was just to swarm it.
I mean, it was effective. Mm-hmm. Good night, everybody.
Why are there so many songs about Umber Hulks and blur, blue, blur, blur, blur.
And we lost her.